It's Equivoc. It's the Hip Hop Pro. What's up, everybody? This is Equivoc, the Hip Hop Pro, where we speak about everything hip hop. And today, we're gonna start a series where I'm gonna get into each vital category about what makes a rapper great. So we don't want to be good, we don't want to be mediocre, right? If we're gonna do this and invest our time and money and just pour our heart out, man, you might as well be great, right? So I'm gonna have a different episode for each category. I'm gonna speak about things like flow, things like your confidence on the track, lyrics, man. Lyrics are huge. I'm a big lyrical guy. I'm a hip hop head, just like I'm sure a lot of you guys are too. But today, to kick this thing off, I think a really cool one to do would be flow. How to flow, man. What flow means, first of all, is how your voice travels through the track, man. When the beat's playing, you know, how do you relay your ideas and your words and metaphors, and you know, how does it lay out over the beat? If the beat's the layer that you're putting your voice on, how do you sound? You know, it's basically our way to sing. And it's huge because your audience, the people that are going to listen to your music, you know, they're not the hip hop heads. They're the ones that listen to music more just to hang out and enjoy it, go dance, whatever it is. And a lot of times flow is the first thing they hear, right? Now, on the other side of that spectrum, flow is still important because, you know, for people like me, I'm a big fan of J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, and both of these guys do a great job being super lyrical, but, you know, maintaining a pretty awesome and unique flow. Despite there being unlimited amount of ways to flow over a track, literally, I'm going to break it down into 3 categories of flows. So whether you're a new rapper, you're just trying to learn this thing, or you're someone who's been doing it for a while, man, take my advice. Rap is such like a confident, cocky attitude to it, right? And that's okay as long as you're open-minded to still learning, man. You can still be confident and still be open to learning, like a lot of these cats are that are considered the greats. But if you're like, you know, I'm the fucking best, man, I don't need help, and you're closed-minded, man, you ain't gonna last. You ain't gonna last. So, flow, broken out into 3 categories, okay? First category is slow and smooth. You like how I slowed that down, baby? This is more like that Biggie flow. So Biggie is great at this. You know, it was all a dream. Used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and pepper heavy D up in the limousine. Like real slow. Let your words linger, right? You don't really rush. You don't put too many words in each bar. It's easy to listen to. It's easy to understand every single word that comes out of your mouth. And because of that, it's appealing to the masses. Great on commercial songs. What I like to do is mix up my flow. So at the end of this, I'm actually going to do a verse that encompasses all 3 of these styles. And, you know, if you mix it up, I think that's more unique to the listener. Jay-Z and Eminem, they're great at this. They like to mix it up. Lil Wayne, right? Well, they'll kind of go slow for a while. And then all of a sudden it's like, damn, right? They get more lyrical, they go faster. But so first flow was smooth, slow, more simple. If you're new at rap, it's a great place to start. If you're freestyling, I would start there, right? Because one mistake I always make is I try to be complex and I try to overthink what I'm saying, and it messes me up because I want to be up here when I'm freestyling, when really, if you take it simple and slow, man, and just milk it and have good punchlines and have a good flow, treat rap as like it's lunchtime. You already know, man. I just, you know, whatever. It just came out and it sounded nice, right? So flow number 2. Flow number 2 is like the medium speed flow, right? We'll break it into speeds. It's probably the best thing here, best way to categorize this stuff. So a medium flow, I would say it's like a Nas, It's not as slow as like a Biggie. It's not as fast as like a Busta Rhymes, Eminem most of the time. Big Pun, man. I'm going to get into Big Pun when we get to the next category. But medium is like, you hear it a lot in the East Coast. Northeast flow is very much like lives in this realm. And I think it's a great place to be if you're trying to get the attention of both the masses and the hip hop heads like me. I'll give you an example. I have a verse that fits in this category. Up and coming rappers become up and coming actors. I turn doubters to believers, and my speech is leaving speechless. I worked so I make it big. Party like I made it big. I had a life before I grabbed the mic and I hated it. I used to dress thug and walk around carelessly. Wearing these kind of clothes right now would embarrass me. Now I'm braver, even greater. Fuck trees, I need paper, yeah. You need some good hits like a waiter. All right, so I'm going to pause there. So you see it's like not as slow. It's a little more complex. It kind of has like a New York gritty vibe to it, and a great way to get attention. Okay, so third type of flow is fast and intricate. Instead of letting your words ride for every single line, this is more like one of my favorite lines in this category is from Big Pun. Dead in the middle, a little widdly. Little did we know that we riddled. Too many men who didn't do diddly. What? Dead in the middle, a little widdly. Little did we know that we riddled. Two middlemen who didn't do diddly. That shit shows skill. So, not saying that the rappers that rap slower and more smooth, they don't have the skill. They very well do. It's just that, I think if you think about the top tier rappers, everybody has visited this realm of being fast and intricate with this flow. I love this flow personally. I have to kind of put the brakes on it sometimes so I can be more commercial appealing to people. And that's something I've worked on for a long time. For years, I made that mistake until I kind of found a good balance. But man, Eminem does this a lot, like Rap God, man. J. Cole recently has been getting more into this category, which I love because he's been more like in the middle category, I feel like. And now that he's already known and doesn't have to dumb his stuff down, man, he's right up there too. And I mentioned Big Pun a few times. If you haven't really listened to him, you have to listen to Big Pun. I'm going to do another video on rappers to follow to perfect your craft, man. It's just like anything else. Train, study. How much time you put into this thing, man? You know how many albums I've listened to? You know how many hours listening to hip hop? To rappers I'm not even into. I'm just doing it because I'm studying. I'm a student of the game. That's what my boy Jay Aaron. Jay Aaron is an amazing singer, one of the best singers I ever heard in my life. He's in a famous, well-known a cappella singing group, Duwende, Duwende, great a cappella singing group. They just dropped their first single. One of my boys, man, met that dude in high school, along with the rest of my best boys that we stuck out and did music with. And he used to call me a student of the game back in college, man. And I'm just that. So you have to adopt the same thing, man. I'm going to do another video on who to study. But, how do you actually get to that category to be able to flow like that? Practice and studying. So let me do you my verse that I feel like encompasses like each one of these things, so you can see how I'm doing the slower, more smooth. I get to more the medium type flow, and then it's like a fucking machine gun. Man, it's just tight, and when you do it tight, I got to give a tip. You got to be clear with every single word, because the biggest mistake that rappers do, that I did for years as well, is you're trying to rap fast, and yeah, you can rap fast. Okay, you got that accomplished. But do people actually understand what you're saying? Man, if people don't understand what you're saying, then what's the fucking point? Right? This is the whole point of us rapping and flowing, right? Again, something I took a long time to get down, and I feel like I'm there. But it took me a while. Right? And don't get me wrong, for every song, there might be some parts that not everyone understands, but you just got to be clear and crisp. So, without further ado, this is a track that I'm going to put on my album I'm working on. It's called 20 tracks, celebrating that I've been making music for 20 Damn, years. I've been making music longer than some of y'all been alive, man. Hey, I got more than one gray hair for every one of those years. So let's get this thing done. Man, I built it from the ground up. Man, I live to my pounds up. Take a look who surrounds us. My network get all the browsers. Baby, take a look at how I did it. I rise up, fuck a sky limit. I'd rather go by my limit. I'd rather go by my limit. Baby, I shine, they eyes squinting. Maybe they don't like me, but I like winning. Life is good, I'ma die living. I don't waste days, I'ma pave the way till I make a name and my baby straight. When you make it great, haters hate, but either way, I'm getting paid. I wanna be calm when my peak is gone. I wanna leave a legacy and reach beyond. I wanna leave a better me and be a god. I start the day when I beat the sun. I got the slate to my people one, and I could be the one so I could teach my son. Right, so as you saw, the verse started out slower, then it turned into more of like a medium type flow, and then there was times it just picked up. I like to kind of switch it up on people. So in the very beginning of the verse, man, I lift to that, man, I built it from the ground up. Man, I lift to my pounds up. That's more of like that slow flow, right? Baby, take a look at how I did it. I rise up, fuck a sky limit. So that's more of like, baby, take a look at how. There's little tricks you can do like that to speed it up and then slow it back down. What's another part? I love to use rhyme schemes to make the flow more interesting too. I'm gonna do another video on that. But you saw that with the part that's like, let's see, I don't waste days, I'ma pave the way till I make a name and my baby straight. When I, it just comes at your face, man. That's the kind of flow that I like. Depending on the song, of course, trust me, I got plenty of songs where I'm just, really slow. Maybe it's a love song, maybe it's something like acoustic or something like that. But, my bread and butter, man, is that category 3. But my best verses, I just switch them up. Switch them up. So thank you for your time. Again, this was about flow. I'm going to do an episode on lyrics and rhyme scheme. I'm going to do an episode on confidence, delivery, right? All the things that makes a great rapper. I'm going to talk about it, right? Learn from my mistakes. I made plenty. Why try to make your own? Learn from my mistakes to make your music great.
Yeah, it's Equivoc. It's the hip hop pro.